Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sanket. This is the second part of the series custom lightning type. I said like there would be 3 different video, it might be 4, it depends. But in the last video, we talked about building blocks of custom lightning type. We understand, okay, there are some standard lightning types, and then we have Apex-based custom lightning type and object-based custom lightning type. Also understand the folder structure, metadata, different channel it's supported. In this video, we are going to talk about Apex-based custom lightning type, which is right now supported in Lightning Experience, in desktop for employee agents. For service agents, we can use in EnChat V2 channel, and for both employee and service agents in mobile on iOS and Android devices. So we can use custom Apex-based custom lightning types. So as part of this video, my whole agenda would be to focus on, like, let's start with Apex class requirements. Like, what are the different requirements we must think about in an Apex class while building custom lightning type? As I said, right, we are going to focus on Apex-based custom lightning type. So, and if you remember the building block of custom lightning type, a schema.json file is required. And how does for a schema.json file to be created in the metadata of lightning type, right? We need an Apex class. So over here, we need basically this kind of a structure. I just give an example over here. So if you see, this is a class called global class available flight, and inside this class I have a variable called flights, which is referring to a wrapper. This is referring to a wrapper class and returning a list. So basically the data type of this variable is list of a wrapper class over here. And if you also see, all those variables are annotated with or enabled. Why or enabled? Because we are going to use it for custom lightning, custom LWC. And for LWC, you need or enabled, because if you do not add or enabled, you cannot set the values, right? So that's why it's important here to put or enabled. Global we are using to, like, you can decide global or public based on your requirement. This is just an example. Now, as I said, if you use public, it's good for same namespace org. But if you want to package it, or think about access issue. So if you really need to add global, make sure you do that. Otherwise, public is fine. Or enabled is needed, as I explained earlier. And JSON access to make sure serialization happens, right? We should do this. And if you are using inner nested class, it's not like it will not work. It will work, but sometimes, like I have seen most of the times it works, even in the nested one. I've seen a recent example, it was working fine. Earlier, like, I faced some issue initially when I was working with the legacy builder, but I'm not seeing this issue anymore. So, but yeah, like, as a best, like, from my perspective, I always just write a wrapper externally and call it in this kind of cases. But it's up to you. You can do nested one as well. It's not going to impact. What are the data types it is supporting? Right now for primitive, it is supporting string, integer, long, double, boolean, date, time, ID, subjects, all kind of subjects, collections, either list or map, and then user defined Apex classes. So now, what if you have already, like, let's say you created an Apex class specifically for custom lightning type, and you want to do some modifications. So you need to think about few things. So first, let's say you want to add another variable or field in the class. So that is fine. But rename or delete the class, you might want to go and check the dependency of custom lightning type and AgentScript you have. Changing the variable type, again, same thing, you should go and check the dependency, make sure you are aligned. Removing a used or enabled field, again, it will throw an error, because if you have not addressed the dependency. If you downgrade from global to public in managed package, then it might break references, because then it will not be visible. So just be aware with this. Now, if you think of like using a class in same namespace, for example, I'm going to create a class in my org. So I can write like this, like @apex class type / she underscore score, and then if you see available flight, let me go back here. So this is my class, right? Class name, which is the schema for my lightning type. So I just mentioned that C underscore score. C is like default namespace over here. But for managed package providers, if you're using any action from them, you need to use their namespace and then underscore flight details. So these are the things you need to make sure like you are doing due diligence on this. What else? So as I said, right, like Apex-based are supported in Agentforce employee agents, service agents, mobile, but not in experience build. Basically, you can do it in experience builder via enhanced web chat. For example, if you want to use other than like enhanced chat version 2 in experience builder, then you cannot do. So let's go to the next slide. Yeah. So these are like some of the standard lightning types. As I said, there are some standard lightning type and then Apex-based custom lightning type and then object-based. So just to remember, you might have seen, so text type, multi-line text type, like agent is giving you a little bit of rich experience, but not as rich as custom one. So whatever rich experience you are seeing are because of these standard lightning types, default out of the box by Salesforce. Some of them are like rich text type, integer type, number type, boolean type, date type, date time string type, URL, and then object type, right? Now, the end-to-end implementation flow looks like this. So whenever there is a requirement, first thing you will do is you will create an Apex class where all the variables you are exposing needs to be annotated with or enabled, and you should use JSON access to serialize and all. Then you need to create an agent action. You can go to Agentforce asset and create the agent action for the class. Then you have to create custom lightning type. So you can create custom lightning type, and in the custom lightning type, you will define schema.json with this class name. And if you are using it for input, you will use editor.json. If you're using it for output, you will use render.json. And in the editor or render file, you will reference the LWC component name. So you will pass the LWC component name over there. You can go to your agent action, edit that, and select override. Basically, for that action, you will see output, whether just show as text or like basically the raw schema or the LWC one, which basically the custom lightning type. I will show you in the demo. And then you can add that action from the asset library in your Agentscript. There are some more steps you need to do, which we will see during the demo, but yeah. This is on like high level flow. In the next video, I'm going to do some demo over here. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, to write in the comment. I will try to answer them. Thank you.